Welcome back to the session. Welcome back to the session. We got the El Jefe right here. As you can see, you know what I'm saying, by the thumbnail photo, you know what I'm saying? The countdown is here. We got 22 hours left. 22 hours left of the entire pre-sale. So tomorrow we will be live in action. You know, pre-sale will conclude. Tomorrow we'll be live in action, you know. Looking at different, you know, price predictions right now for like, you know, the first 24 hours of launch. And all I see is gains, you know what I'm saying? If it gets listed on Coinbase, if it gets listed on like, you know, crypto.com, you know, Robinhood, anything like that, expect to see, you know, some good numbers, you know, maybe 15, 16 cents, you know what I'm saying? And every cent matters, you know what I'm saying? 15 cents versus 16 cents is a huge difference, you know. You know, we're already currently at like, you know, 0.73 something. So like we're in the 7 cent range, but it's not 7 cents flat. So it'll definitely rise, you know, it'll definitely rise. And we'll see where it can get to, you know what I'm saying? Within the first 24 hours, you know, we'll do updates on the charts for you guys and, you know, see what it's looking like. And then Friday, you know, we'll check again, see what it's looking like for day 2 of it being live, you know. So, you know, we're really excited to see what's going on, what's going to happen with the token. They have all this upside, right? Like, they got the perfect roadmap, you know. The white paper is outstanding. The auto report looks amazing. You know, the tokenomics look good. You know, everything looks good. You know, solid pre-sale. You know, concludes. You know, today's the last day. So, you know, tomorrow we should be live. So we'll give an update on that, you know, tomorrow when the token's officially live. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, they had a rewards program. They had a lot of things going on with the staking mechanism to get rewards that way. You know, airdrops, you know, free incentives. Like they had a lot of things within the pre-sale. But now it's time to shift into, you know, the live token, the live action of Bitcoin Lithium. So I'm excited to see, you know, where this token can go, where it can get to. You know what I'm saying? It's a real world asset. So, you know, I can see it being $33, $34 for one token, you know, within the next couple years, you know. And with stuff like that being said, you know what I'm saying, that can set people up, you know, for life, depending on what, you know, what you're holding, what you got staked, etc., you know. That's why it's going to be important to just, you know, take advantage of the rewards. So you may need to be patient, you know what I'm saying? You may need to just hold for like a month, you know, after launch. You know, you may have to just hold for a month to see where the token price can get to, and then, you know, start selling to make some profits. You know, you don't have to sell right away because you never know what the price may get to, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people that are in the pre-sale, you know, they have that, they're gonna have that, you know, that FOMO, that kind of FOMO feel where it's like, damn, is the, you know, because from the price we bought in at a lower price than what, you know, the live price is gonna be. So it's like, damn, do I sell now, or, you know, do I wait? Because, you know, if I don't sell, what if someone else sells and the price drops? You know what I'm saying? Some people are gonna be thinking that, but, you know, as long as you lock in, stay focused and motivated, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing you cannot do. I'm saying, as long as you put down that tobacco, you're gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? Put down the tobacco, you don't gotta smoke that garbage. Go ahead and get you some raw papers, you know what I'm saying? Elevate your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with a raw. But it's all about, you know, just staying focused and locking in. You know, today's the last day, so you know what I'm saying, we're gonna see, you know, what the day has in store for us. You know, do shit that we gotta do, but all in all, just lock in, you know, because you just never know. You just never know what price can get to. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what the price can get to, you know. And so it's all about, you know, strategically strategizing, you know, your exit strategy, you know, your holding position, you know, and obviously the first step on what you invested in, you know. And it may take time, you know, it may take some time for you to figure it out, especially if you're new. But if you've been doing it, like if you've been in the crypto space, then it's like you know what I'm saying? But this project, you know, realistically, some folks are gonna get filthy fucking rich. Some folks are gonna get filthy fucking rich from this project. And, you know, it's weird, you know. Some motherfuckers in the comments think that, like, I mean, I guess it's not weird. They think that, like, I had something to do in the creation of this token. Absolutely not. I don't know anyone who, you know, who actually created or built this token, you know, whatsoever. You know, I just, you know, I can see a good project, you know, when I see a good project and everything checks out. And other experts, you know, have seen the token, and best believe, you know, there's some big folks who, you know, tapped in. And also, you got to think about all the other whales that, you know, have avoided the pre-sale just because, you know, they wanted everyone else in the community to have their fair shot, you know what I'm saying? Because the whales who, you know, aren't in it for the money, just for the project, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to invest in the pre-sale. They want to see, you know, what can be raised from the people. And then when the token's live, you know what I'm saying, some whales may dump in, you know, drop big bags. And, you know, you never know what that can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because your goal may just be, oh, I'm trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's goal is different. So you need to strategically plan out what you're going to do. And I'm mainly talking to the folks who've already been into the pre-sale, but also you newcomers who are going to purchase the token when it's live. You know what I'm saying? You need to have a strategy. You need to have a plan. You know, and that's for any cryptocurrency you get into. You know what I'm saying? Do your research, have a plan. You know, figure it out, and that's all there is to it. So I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow when the shit's live. There should be no fucking excuses. But this is a session. Put down that tobacco and tap in.